Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Monty, and y'all are watching Mont Games. And today is the Friday show, big old Friday show. We're gonna do our pre-show right now, which is called HyperFixations, where I just talk about all the things that have been going on in my brain. Today's presentation is called Music is Better When You're Sad. I'm kind of telling on myself here a little bit, but you know what? I think that sometimes we just have weeks where we're just feeling it. We're just feeling the blues. And I was talking to my therapist about this on Wednesday, and I'm like, you know what? I think for the majority of my life, I tried to fight it, and I tried to just be like, I just got to do all these coping mechanisms. I got to go on a walk. I got to go exercise more. I got to go do this. Got to go do that, just to get myself out of funks. But now I think I've reached a point where I just go, you know what? There are times when you are in just a lull in your life, when you just swing low and you go, let me just feel it. Let me just feel through this feeling. And when you do that, I've noticed that music, art, life, things just slow down and you're able to taste them a little bit more. You're able to pinpoint certain flavors, certain symbols you've never been able to pinpoint before because, we live a fast life, but now we're able to slow down. So that's one of the main points of today's presentation. Also, Love and Deepspace and also Willie Nelson, but we'll talk about that in a second. So let's begin with Tracy Chapman and Joni Mitchell at the Grammys. So this kind of thinking that I had began by seeing clips of these two performances on TikTok, right? Like most people, I didn't watch the Grammys. I kept up with the news afterwards, and I was like, okay, that's cool, you know what I mean? Look at the winners and nominees afterwards. But I was really captivated by these two performances because I'd never heard these two songs. This is the first time I'd ever heard these songs was on TikTok when they performed at the Grammys, Tracy Chapman with Luke Combs, you know what I mean? And I was just captivated by it. And I was in a funk and I was just feeling sad. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to these. I'm going to read the lyrics while I listen to these. And I did. And I was moved to tears just because of the messages behind them. It's so stunning. So stunning. So the song that Joni Mitchell performed is called Both Sides Now. And this one struck me in a way that I think really speaks to kind of that quarter life crisis that I'm having, where, you kind of look back at life and you look back at all the things you've gone through and you're able to see things from all sides and still realize, I still don't know. People were saying that when she wrote this song, she was really young, and now she's I think in her 80s. And she's looking at life from both sides now and still going, I still don't know. It's still an illusion to me. And I think that there's such beauty in not knowing, but there's also that really deep uncertainty to not knowing about, the true answers of life. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all, and she sings about love in the same way, and I really related to that. I really related to this feeling of looking at it from one perspective when you're mired deep within it, and then in another perspective when all it is retrospect, when all it is in the past. And there's something really beautiful about that. I don't know. It really spoke to me. It really had me lucubrating over hard times in life. So that's one. And then Fast Car hit me in a different direction. I think Fast Car reminds me a lot of young love. It reminds me of first love. It reminds me of that reckless love that is doomed to fail, but you still go for it anyway. And you still dream of running away together and, just making it as long as you can, holding on for dear life. I imagine this song with a white knuckle grip on the steering wheel, trying to hold on. And I don't know, it makes me think about the loves of my life, and it makes me think about times when all I wanted to do was just to run away with them. And then it didn't work out. And you knew it wasn't going to work out, but you still you still wanted to express that love anyway. So this song hit me in that way. Cry to it as well. So here are my favorite songs to cry to. A little segue there. So these are like historically the songs or the playlists or the albums that I like turn to whenever I need a good cry and a good old cry sesh. Number one is Bridge Over Troubled Water. I love the song. This song always makes me think that like whenever I hear it like randomly out just in public, right? I'm like at a store or I'm at Barnes and Nobles. That's happened before. Once I was at I think I was at a park, and I remember hearing it from somebody's speakers just blasting, and then I always feel this overwhelming feeling of it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? When I hear this song, I can't explain it. It always feels like just a reminder from the universe whenever I hear the song randomly. So that's number one. Y'all know I said this during the album episode of HyperFixations that When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish. That, oh my god, dude, I love listening to that song, like those songs when I'm really sad, you know? Oh god, what's it called? I'll mess this up. I'm gonna mess this up because I'm not good with song names. The I Love You. God, what's that other one called? The one about the party. Like a lot of these songs I just love listening to, and it just really, I don't know, lets me just marinate in my feelings. Considering Matthew Shepard Epilogue, so this is a choir piece. This is a choir piece that I used to really enjoy. I heard a choir sing it live before, and there's something so transcendent about it. So, you know, Matthew Shepard was a guy who was tortured and killed for being gay back in the 90s, and it was a horrific story. And this is the entire album, the entire movement that I think his name is Craig Hella Johnson made was a kind of an homage to him, right? And so this is the epilogue, and this song, All of Us, it just moves me so much because it makes me think of like transcending to heaven, and like despite what everybody says, despite all the, you know, people telling you that you're going to go to hell, people that are telling you that you are not worthy, you're still transcending above all that. And it to me, it literally feels like I am rising up to heaven with this song. So love this one. Supermarket Flowers by Ed Sheeran, you know, obvious reasons. I Will Follow You Into the Dark, obvious reasons. Lemonade has gotten me through so many hard times, y'all. So many hard times. I feel like I cycle through the entire grieving process, and I think that's the point of this album, right? With Lemonade. And so that's why I really like it. And All I Ask by Adele. I'm an Adele lover. Y'all know that. Next is Willie Nelson. So this is shifting away from the sad songs and more that I was interested in Willie's story. I'm not a huge Willie Nelson fan. I probably don't know any of his songs, if I'm being honest, because I started listening to one song that he's featured in because a friend introduced me to it, called Beer for My Horses. It's by him and God, what's his name? He just died recently, but Willie and this other guy are in the news because that guy died, and people are talking about how that guy, you know, just has a really bad history, you know, and I was really interested in that and how him and Willie Nelson got along, because I knew Willie Nelson was like really progressive in a lot of his views. And I was just interested. I read through it. I read through like his activism. I read through how he supports LGBT rights. I read through how he supports legalizing marijuana. And I was just interested. And I just thought that this guy just seemed really cool. So this coming week, y'all can bet I will be listening to a lot of Willie Nelson. I will be trying to get into his discography. So I'm excited for that. Switching gears again to this. To Love and Deepspace. So if you don't know, if you're not on my side of TikTok, there's this mobile game called Love and Deepspace that's just been taking the world by storm, right? I am gonna be so honest with y'all. I know nothing about this game. I've never touched this game with a 10-foot pole. But but I know that you can like go, like you have an MC, you like have like action bits, and I know that you get like little dates with these three gentlemen. I know the names of these three gentlemen. I believe this one's Xavier, this one's Raphael, and then this one is, oh God, what's his name? His name just left my brain. I know he's a doctor. I think this guy's a butler, and I think this guy's an artist. But I don't remember what your name is, sir. I'm so sorry. But I know these three, you can go on dates with them. There's like, you know, really sensual moments, but not like, you know, super sensual, but like sensual moments. So I've been like in this, like just like watching the videos of like the interactions you can have with the boys. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Yeah, and I've never played it, but I'm like, please. To the developers of this game, please let me make a male main character and let so I can date Raphael, please. This man is so silly. Like the interactions I see between Raphael and the MC are just so silly. Like he just says the most random stuff, and I don't know. I like that. He's charming and cute and sweet. Please, just let me date Raphael, please. And finally, I've been reading this webtoon called Mismatched. I've been really enjoying it. I started it a couple of days ago. Or did I start it yesterday? I don't know. The days are blurring. But I've been really enjoying it. This guy is an assassin. This guy is an FBI agent, and love ensues. So, yeah. So that's it. If you're watching this later on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.